we are going.
No tap or nothing?
Oh, I already tapped before you came in there. Don't worry, baby. If you really want me to tap you, I can tap you.
We back.
How we doing?
Been a minute.
Yes, sir. Sorry we missed a week there, ladies and gentlemen.
Somebody at school. Fuck out of here.
Your boy kind of underestimated how much work he had to do for a midterm, and we missed an episode. So my apologies. How you
Better
doing?
pass that shit, man.
Buddy, I fucking aced that shit, 100%. You know when you just like leave a test and you're like, oh, that shit went fucking well.
Never had that feeling. Wouldn't know what that's like, son.
Fair enough. How you doing, brother?
Not bad, Doc. Not bad.
Nice.
How's the weekend?
Weekend was what did I do this weekend? Fuck, it was Halloween. Was supposed to hang out with some friends, but one of my best friends, he's now in love, and I'm never gonna see him again.
Oh, nice.
So he bailed to hang out with
that young love, eh, man?
Yes, sir. Got to give it to him though. He pulled a smoke show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, props to him. But I'm never gonna see him again.
I take it you don't know her then?
No, I do not know her. He's met her on Tinder, I think it was, or Bumble or some shit.
Yeah. Dope. Well, congrats.
Yes, sir. He's like, I actually saw him at the gym today. He's like in love. He's like, dude, I'm in trouble. I'm like, oh no.
Wow.
But
how long? How long have they been going on?
Literally like 3 weeks.
Oh shit, eh?
Yeah. But he bailed on Halloween plans to hang out with her.
Oh yeah.
So
I'd rather be with her than my boys.
pretty much, bro. That's pretty much how it is. I know, man. Piece of shit, bro.
Yeah, that's all good. Though.
No, it's not, bro. I ain't gonna forgive him for this shit.
Yeah, whatever. It's be happy for him, right?
Oh, I told him that today. Like,
unless it becomes a pussy and you never hear from him again, then you can slap the fuck out of him.
See, that's the thing. Is my other buddy Ashton. He is like that already, so I'm worried that I'm gonna lose both of them.
Yeah, that's a weak shit.
I'm just kidding, both you fucks.
But no, all good though. Right on, man. You know.
Yes, sir. But I was supposed to hang out with them, and then didn't, and then so I was out with the family on Friday, and my little brother was like, "Yo, like, if you're not hanging out with anybody, can you come shoot off fireworks with me?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
Oh, dope. Yeah, we seen a lot of fireworks going off.
Bro,
actually.
We set off so much shit. We got shut down by the cops.
I seen a lady on the news. Some old lady, I guess some kids shot him through her window, and they like beat her in the head, bro.
Oh shit!
And she's like grandma old, like.
Oh, like killed a bitch.
Like, yeah, it's like not funny, but it was
hilarious.
You know? It's like, well, close your window though.
Okay, man. That's like saying there's people out in the street. You should close your window, Raj, because there's a firework gonna come through your house. That's not on you to close your window, bro.
I bet you next Halloween her window's shut.
Oh, for sure it is, bro.
Yeah. So, yeah, whatever. She's all right though.
I can feel on that shit though, because we were like shooting off fireworks, and my little brother, I guess, lit one, and like we were letting off like big boys shooting off like hundreds at a time. One of them fell over and started shooting towards the cars.
Yeah, nice.
And no, dude, not nice, because a cop had just pulled up.
Oh.
And so this cop was watching these fireworks like explode near people that were watching.
Dope.
And so he shut that shit down real quick, and we ended up like bombing up to another place. But then the cop followed us out there, so we're like, all right, canned it. So we ended up canning it.
There was a few trick or treaters.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I didn't think there'd be any.
Shit, we had all our lights out. Motherfucker still knocking on the door. It's like, get the fuck out of here, man. Dark as a motherfucker up in here.
Did you not leave like a bowl out front?
And I actually had to go out for a bit, and like, so driving through the neighborhood.
Yeah,
there's people walking in the streets and shit. Trick or treat.
Did you not leave a bowl for the kids?
Nah,
You're a fucking asshole, dude.
Out of here, man. Leave a bowl.
I understand you fucking don't want kids, but like you can't do something for them, man. You're a piece of shit. That being said, my little brother's little friends, they came back with like a shit ton of like candy. Came back after they went out. And I was like, how'd you guys get this? And I'm like, you fuckers just went up to the bowls that were sitting there and would just dump the bowls and dip.
Yeah, before you talk shit to me, did you hand out Halloween?
Pardon?
Candy? Did you hand out?
I live in an apartment building, bro.
I
don't have the option. I don't live in a house, bro.
Funny how that shit.
I don't have a front door, dog.
That's convenient, bro. Convenient.
Hey, man, I left candy outside in my hallway. All the kids from my floor came and got some.
Very convenient, bro.
Mm-hmm. Dude, my hallway has no kids. I have a crack house at the end of my hallway. Low key.
Yeah, I ain't fucking with that shit.
What, crack?
No. Yeah, and Halloween.
Don't tell me you never thought about doing crack.
I know. I seen people do it. A lot of parties, obviously. Not for me, dude.
Man, I've never been at a party where crack's being done. Thank God.
You ever smell that shit? It's like sweet smell, bro.
Oh, it smells good.
It's a sweet, very distinct. If anyone knows out there what I'm talking about, they know what I'm talking about.
Really?
It's like a sweet smell. But yeah, never interested me, dog.
I never would have thought that crack smelled good. Imagine it smelled like burnt.
Yeah, I know. It's a sweet smell.
That's how it gets you in.
all you hear is fucking from the lighter. That's all you hear.
Isn't it like bubble?
That's all you hear.
Oh no, because it's just a glass. You just like
you're
straight.
just lighting that shit steady, bro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, good times.
Sir.
Yeah. So what's going on? How about what do you want to talk about? Yo, we had a lot of shit we missed, dog.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's. I have something I want to talk about. Just like I just had dinner with my mom and I actually had like a really good conversation.
Okay.
But we can get into it on the next one because we have so much sports stuff that we got to go over.
Well, whatever. Yeah, okay.
No. All these fuckers can listen to this one and listen to the next one too. Tune in to the next one to hear it. But last week, biggest thing, obviously the Khabib fight because I want to get right into that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yo.
Dude, it was...
Shit is unfair, man. Okay? I had all the confidence that Gaethje would
you owe me $20
rock him with the
power. You owe me $20, bitch.
You know? And like, real talk, he did land some. Didn't even face.
Doesn't matter, dude. He took that shit and walked through it.
Unreal. And then by the time he did get him on the ground, bro, it was so quick.
Yo. Okay, pause.
Yeah.
First, before we shit on Justin, because we're going to shit on Justin a little bit.
No, I ain't going to shit on him. I just can't believe how much better
I want to shit on
I
want to shit on the judges. You know the judges had Justin winning that first round?
No, I did not know.
Yeah, the judges had Justin win that first round on points. Are you out of your fucking mind? Khabib put him on the ground, had him in an armbar to finish the round, ate all of his shots, walked forward. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That judge should not be allowed to judge again, which is half of the UFC judges, but that judge should not be allowed to judge.
But yeah, no,
dude, not enough
to
win the round. Are you kidding me?
And it wasn't long in the second round.
No. Did you hear that he was like, I was going to break his arm, but his dad was watching, so I didn't want to do that, so I choked him out instead.
Yo, that transition.
That is the most gangster thing, bro, to not submit someone in a certain way out of mercy. Bro.
That was so sick. And he was out cold. What was it? 134 in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then after the fight, Khabib's like, Dunskies.
Yep.
My last fight. He's like, I promised my mom this was going to be my last fight. And he's like, one thing I want from the UFC is you guys have to put me number one pound for pound in the world. I deserve this.
Mm-hmm. Which they did.
Fast forward to a few days later, they did. Now, another thing I didn't know. He broke his foot and had the mumps.
Yep. He broke his foot 3 days before or something like that.
Crazy.
Or I think it was his toe, just to be clear.
No, it was a foot and toes.
Oh, I thought it was just toe.
That's what Dana said after the fight.
I thought it was just toe. Either way, wild.
Yeah, man. Like, that's pretty fucking crazy, dude. So
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Because do you see Jon Jones' like bitch-ass video response to Khabib being put pound for pound number one?
Yo, side note, Jon Jones.
Yeah.
Did you see the video on the weekend?
No.
Someone tried to break into his shit, and he chased him with a shotgun.
Really?
Oh, you didn't see that shit, bro?
I didn't see that at all,
Yo,
bro.
Yeah. Yo, someone's like creeping on his shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
hold on.
Looks like he's looking into the cars and shit.
Yeah.
And then you see the garage door open. Jon Jones runs out with the fucking double barrel.
No fucking way.
Holds buddy till the cops get there.
Really? Okay, I'm pulling this up right now. There's a minute long video.
Obviously, buddy's like, fuck, I done fucked up, right?
Okay, I'm gonna watch this. All your fuckers. Yo, hold on.
Yeah. So I forgot to talk to you about this.
So this is like a crummy security camera, and
it's a ring camera. You know, on the ring door.
And he's walking up to Jon Jones's cars that are parked. He's going inside of it.
Awesome.
He's just going through. Yo, the luck of that man to end up robbing Jon Jones, bro.
Guy's probably a crackhead, right? Obviously.
Okay, dog started barking. Car lights come on. So at this point, Jon knows what's up, I'm guessing. Oh, garage door opens.
Yeah, here you go.
Oh, shit. Dude, he pulls a shotty from the wall and just chases this man down.
Fucking dope, though, hey?
Yo, Jon Jones sprints after this fucker. Dude, that's the wrong house. That's hilarious.
So where's that? New Mexico? Is that where he lives? Or no? Where does he live? I don't even know, but
that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, pretty fucking funny.
Other video though, did you see his video of him like?
No, I didn't see this one with him and Khabib. So it was a video.
So he like after Khabib goes on, he basically goes on Twitter or whatever. He goes on Instagram or Twitter Live, I forget which one.
Oh, you can have this moment or whatever. You can have this one. Is that what you're talking about?
Something like that. At first he was like, "Congrats, Khabib," all this stuff, and then 2 minutes later it goes on. It's like, "Actually, you know what? I've won it 15 times. Like this is a joke." Yada yada. Like, man, the man Khabib just retired. Like, let him fucking have it, bro. What are you doing?
That's his bitch ass ego. What is I was reading an article on Adesanya, and he calls him Jon Blow Jones.
Dude, Adesanya is so good on social media.
So he's going to fight Blachowicz and then maybe fight Jon Jones after?
Okay, that's a whole nother conversation. Do you want to... Let's finish the Khabib thing.
Yeah.
Because I want to talk that too before we get sidetracked. Because I'm so excited for that, bro. I thought this was the most impressive performance that I've ever seen from a UFC athlete. Many people, you, me, everyone in the media said this is the toughest test that Khabib's ever faced for XYZ reasons. I laid out for like 20 minutes how I think Justin could win. You thought he was going to win.
Yeah.
And, dude, he looked like a kid fighting a man. Like, dude, he looked like he did not belong in that octagon. Khabib just straight murked him, bro.
Oh, I know. Yeah, totally, man. Super impressive. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, everyone in the division should thank this fucking guy for retiring and giving them a fucking shot now. Because real talk, like, even let's say, what do you want to see next out of Khabib? What would be next?
He's not retiring.
I don't buy that.
Did you see the interview with Dana?
I seen Dana said he called him and he's gonna try and go for 30-0, but I'm gonna take him at his word. And when he said that he promised his dad that he wouldn't fight again, so I'm gonna I believe that.
The only reason and that was my thought too, was 100% he's not coming back.
He's not doing it for the money like all the other guys.
No, the only reason, for those who don't know, because the hardcores know, but it was Khabib's dad who was like had trained him since he was a kid. It was Khabib's dad's dream for him to get to 30-0, and retiring at 29 just seems like he obviously didn't fulfill his dream. So that's my one thought of maybe he does come back, because everyone thought he was going to do that.
So we talked about how his fights are never close, right?
Yep.
So he was, like we said, always in control. He only lost 2 rounds in his whole career.
One in my opinion.
And never got cut or even rocked, right?
No, he's never bled.
So
he's never bled, bro, and he's a UFC fighter.
Jon Jones, Gustafsson, GSP Hendricks, Adesanya, Gastelum, like all the good ones got like cut up and whatever. Like, you know, lasting memories of those guys are pretty much wars and beat up cuts.
For 100%.
You know what I mean? And for him just to, you fight Poirier, McGregor, Barboza, Johnson, Gaethje, I want to say this. Shout out Al Iaquinta. He went 5 rounds with Khabib. This doesn't even get talked about. That's fucking amazing.
100% it is.
Like, that's fucking crazy for out of all the guys.
Just random as fuck. Iaquinta.
He takes Khabib 5 rounds.
Why do you think he did that?
I don't know. I don't really remember the fight, so I can't really say.
I think it's just a style.
But I remember him going 5 rounds. And 100%. That's fucking... If you think
impressive.
about the list I just talked about.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
I think it's a stylistic thing. Like, you know, styles kind of make UFC fights. And I think Iaquinta just matched up really well. But to continue this conversation, like, because you brought in Jon Jones and some of the other greats, like, do you agree, or like the UFC putting him on the pound for pound list is current, but where do you think he sits now in terms of GOATs?
Well, here's the thing. This is my next thing I was going to get to.
Okay. Sorry to take the wind out of your sails.
No, that's all good. So he started his reign as lightweight champion April 2018, and within that time, he defended the belt only 3 times.
Okay.
In comparison, Jones held the light heavyweight title on and off for 9 years, defended it 11 times, holds the record for most victories and title bouts at 14. Demetrius Johnson holds the record for most consecutive title defenses at 11.
When in reality, John should never have lost. Actually, the PEDs, yeah, okay, sure.
And Anderson Silva, 10, St. Pierre, 9, right behind those guys.
Yep.
Khabib's title wins over Iaquinta, McGregor, Poirier, and Gaethje were all really not close. I think Conor won round.
Conor, and it's funny because I wanted to bring this up too. It's funny to see how the Conor fight has kind of aged and matured since it happened, because at the time we were like, oh, he beat the shit out of him. But now looking back, apart from Iaquinta, Conor did better than arguably any other fighter he's fought against.
Yeah. So there's the argument. He never came close to cleaning out the divisions like Jones, Johnson, Silva, and St. Pierre.
Yeah, correct.
So he holds victories over just 4 of the current top 15 lightweights.
Yep.
So that would be the argument. But he's a GOAT. Whatever. Like, fucking people just can't. They always got to have a competition. Who's number one? Like, whatever. The guy's Hall of Fame GOAT.
Oh,
enough said,
easily.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, people don't want to leave it at that, and I get it, I guess. But
in my opinion, I don't think he passes Jon Jones. I think Jon Jones, in terms of just strict body of work,
and Jon Jones ain't done yet.
No, exactly.
For a minute, I don't think either. So I think when it's all said and done, I think his resume is going to be more impressive. I think it almost already is, bro.
Oh, I think in terms of just straight up resume, like who he's beat, when he's beat them, I think his
all coked up too. Yeah, Jones.
I think his resume is better. The one counter argument is, okay, he did steroids.
Well, speaking of coked out, the flagrant, we're talking about this. You want a coked out Jon Jones chasing you with a gun?
But he just eyes beaming as he's coming down the driveway.
But anyway,
not a fucking chance.
That's just reminded me of that shit. But
that's hilarious. I think the only counter argument to Jon Jones being the best of all time is PEDs, which in my opinion is a real argument. To a lot of people, cheating's cheating.
I don't think it's gonna hold him back though.
Oh, I don't think so. And in my opinion too, if Jon Jones was getting away with cheating, I guarantee you other people were getting away with cheating. TRT, Vitor, all those guys back in the day.
Well, we talked about
they were all on everything.
When they hold camps, who was the fighter that said that? When they hold camps outside the States, it's because they want to get away from the USADA drug testing.
Everybody's cheating, bro.
You know,
so
Thailand or Russia.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently USADA doesn't chase you down there.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. So everybody else Jones was fighting back in the day was on roids. The one person who got fucked over because of it was DC. But in my opinion, DC still wasn't beating him, even if Jon Jones was clean. Jon Jones made him his bitch. Straight up. And I love DC, but straight up made him his bitch.
Whitaker Cannonier.
Shout out Whitaker, man.
Look good?
He looked like the Robert Whitaker we all knew. And I think the fight with Till and with Cannonier really confirmed it. He looked fucking unreal.
That fucking combo in the third that rocked him, bro.
Dude.
The 1-2 and the kick. I think that's his best. No one does it better than him, I don't think.
His hands are so low when he fights. It's wild. And he has this like super wide karate stance, almost like Wonder Boy. You know, Wonder Boy kind of just hops
karate styles.
In, out, pop, pop. He throws these really popping jabs and follows them up. Like, it's really hard to read.
Now, he says he doesn't want to fight Paulo Costa. I think I want to see that fight.
Oh, bro, that's the only fight I want to see.
Israel. I'm like, no, you fight Costa first, bro.
Did you not see?
No.
So Dana, just to kind of jump into what we were going to talk about before, is obviously people said Robert Whitaker versus Izzy is the next fight to make. Dana said the same thing in the interview. Robert turned it down. Dana offered it to him, which is why Izzy's fighting Jan.
Oh, I just read that Whitaker's like, there's no point in me fighting Costa. I want to fight Israel.
No, this is...
Nah, fuck that shit. You should fight Costa first.
Yahoo Sports from 2 days ago? See if you can pull up where that's from.
I literally just read that before you got here.
Maybe things changed. Because in this one, Robert's like... he's like, the thing is, it will happen. I'm not in a rush to make it happen. I know I'm going to fight him. I'm good enough to beat these guys, but I'm not in a rush, is what Whitaker said. Because Dana was like, yeah, that's the fight. Offered it to him, and Robert said no. And so now Izzy's going to fight Jan, is what Yahoo Sports is saying.
I'll see if I can find it here. If I don't, whatever. That's cool.
But either way, I think Robert looks fucking unreal. Do you think his fight with Izzy goes any differently if he did fight? Like a rematch between the two? You keep looking.
No, I don't think it goes any different.
I don't think so either.
At all.
I think Izzy's so much better as a striker.
Yeah, he's fucking sick with it, man. I think he's just on another level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because we don't know Robert Whitaker for his ground game. And so it's like, okay, you might be in a better place mentally with your stand-up. You're not beating Izzy in stand-up, bro.
Like we said, style makes fights. And Whitaker does not match up good with Izzy, bro.
Nobody in that division.
Yeah, really nobody. But he doesn't.
Nobody in that division.
So I think it'd be... That's why I'm saying, like, I don't think he deserves Izzy right away. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
In that division, there's no one else who does. In the grand scheme of things, I don't think he deserves him either. But there's no one else in that division that would have made sense. which is why this Jon Blachowicz fight I'm super excited for.
I brought him up earlier. Silva, this being his last fight. You want to talk about it?
Do you want to? Yeah, we can talk about the Jon fight after. Because I want to go into predictions for that.
Okay, you want to do that first? Or
let's quickly do this first, and we can shout out Silva. Yeah. After Robert said no, Dana announced that Izzy's going to fight Jon for the light heavyweight belt.
Yeah.
How do you think that goes?
I think Izzy wins. I'll say Izzy in decision.
Okay. I'm pulling up Jon's fight history. He's won his last 5. 4 of them have been KO, TKO. One of them a decision. And then he had a loss, TKO. But I'm looking at his previous record. He has 1, 2...
Remember, he was like 1-7.
3,
he was get cut,
yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different submission wins. That is the only area where I think there's potential for an issue with Izzy. Is Jon clearly has a good ground game. So I think the real test is going to be Izzy's takedown defense, which up until this point has been really good, but he's been fighting smaller guys at middleweight. So does it hold up at light heavyweight?
I don't think Jon's going to really be a problem for him, to be honest. I think he has a smart game plan.
Mm-hmm.
Uses his reach, his length, and just kind of picks away at him for 5 rounds. Maybe doesn't KO him or nothing.
Yeah.
I think he just... That's what I think anyways.
I'm looking at Izzy's...
I think going up in weight, maybe you don't KO the guy.
I think that makes sense to me too.
So that's why I say he doesn't take KO or TKO him.
Yeah.
But I think he just does enough on points, and he like really picks them apart.
See, I'm looking at their heights right now. Izzy and Jon are both the same height. They're both 6'4". So like Izzy's really big for his division, and I think can do really well against pretty much everyone in the light heavyweight division. So I think he wins that fight too. Although I think it's, you know how when this is the comparison that I've been hearing and that I kind of thought of is, you know, when Max Holloway went up and he fought Dustin Poirier.
Yeah.
Because Izzy doesn't win with power punches. He wins with volume, precision volume strikes.
Like Gastelum fights, huh?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And Max Holloway did the same thing. He overwhelms opponents, picks you apart, stays on the outside. But as soon as he moved up to fight bigger opponents, that power wasn't there.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's the only potentially scary thing with moving up. I don't think it's an issue with Izzy. I think if Izzy's smart, I
don't think Jon can catch Izzy.
No, I don't think so either. I think Izzy's too fast. But what I think needs to happen is Izzy needs to be smart and not kind of drink his own Kool-Aid. He needs to respect Jon because Jon clearly hits fucking hard, bro. That Dominic Reyes fight, when he landed a shot, like, dude, everyone could feel it.
If I'm Izzy, I'd put Jon on his bike and make him chase him and wear him out that way. He's just going to be working, trying to get him. Mm-hmm. And you just pick him. He's going to be so tired, bro. And that's how he wins, yeah.
But I think if you're Izzy...
When is that? March is that fight?
It hasn't been announced.
March 21, I think. That's what I heard, I think. March 2021.
Maybe. This date and location still to be determined. If I'm Izzy, though, I legitimately wait minimum 6 months to fight him. And I start doing the Jon Jones thing when he was taking time off from PEDs, and he just started like hopping on the sauce because he was already suspended for it, and just powerlifting every fucking day. If you're Izzy,
said he doesn't want to do that. Izzy says he's not. I'm not going to be an idiot like Jon Jones and power. Exactly that.
I completely disagree.
He's like
moving up to 205
I kept that fucking those comments, dog.
I completely disagree with that train of thought. You're moving up a 20-pound weight, like 20-pound weight jump. That's huge. These are big boys up at light heavyweight. And I know Izzy's big for his division, but even like looking in that fight with Paulo Costa, like Izzy looked skinny. He looked small up against Paulo, and Paulo fights at 185. Like, you need to put on weight going up to 205 in my opinion.
Yeah, he's going exactly against that.
Yeah,
I'm trying to find this here for a sec, bro, so I can read it verbatim. But he was going exactly against what you were saying.
I know you don't have to. I know you already know you're not going to land a knockout punch, but you still need to put on weight so your punches have an effect. Look, I'm worried about him getting Max Holloway'd and his punches not doing anything.
Yeah, I think it's gonna have a little bit of that effect already, just him moving up alone.
That's what I mean, right? Like, you need to put on a little bit of size. I'm not saying go crazy, but I'm saying put on a little bit of size, get solid, bulk up, put on some lean body mass. I still think he wins either way, even if he doesn't, but I think he runs into some real trouble. Especially when you go up against a guy like Dominic Reyes, who is athletic and who can actually be on the bike and run around with him. That's where I think there's trouble.
Yeah, it says here it's going to be March, but I can't find that.
Okay.
I'll send you the comments I'll look after the pod and I'll send you the comments that I saw.
Either way, super excited for that fight. I want it to happen.
Well, fuck, what else is the UFC really going to do, though?
Yeah, they're in some weird spots with a lot of these divisions.
Like, I think they're making these because they got nothing else in their own division, so they're like, fuck, we got to do something.
Yeah, because light heavyweight right now is boring. 185 right now is boring after the Paulo Costa fight. Like, 155 is fucking popping off right now. 145 is popping off right now. 170 is popping off right now.
The smaller divisions,
dude, so good. But if Izzy goes up to light heavyweight, there's so many fun fights there. Jon Jones going up to heavyweight, super fun fights there too. So, but it's fucking over 185.
When's Jones supposed to start fighting?
I don't think they announced an actual date, but sometime in this next year.
So is this it for Silva?
I hope so, man. I really, really hope so.
Yeah, well, you would think so, right? Dana White said he's not going to let him fight anymore in UFC.
The thing, though, is I imagine Ryzen or Scott Coker, Bellator, or ONE FC, if he wants to fight, they'll pick him up.
Yeah, and it sounds like he's not done. He wants to fight, I think.
I hope not, man. I really hope not.
So I think he's not done. But yeah, I think that's the last time in the UFC.
Yeah.
Yep. He's lost 3 in a row. He's 45 years old. He's 1-7.
He's 45.
1-7 with 1 no contest in his last 9 bouts, dating back to 2013. Dog. It's over, yo.
For me, you're at this point, you're chipping and tarnishing your own legacy,
Yeah, yeah.
Stop,
people
man.
They're not gonna remember the great things.
No, not at all, dude.
And, here are some of the great things. So, longest championship reign in the UFC, 2,457 days. Longest win streak in the UFC, 16.
Yep.
Most finishes in the UFC title fights, 9. Most fights in middleweight division, 13. 10 title defenses in a row, 14 fight bonuses, and 17 pay-per-view main events. That's a good career, dog. Nothing to be ashamed of. That's fucking Hall of Fame. He's Hall of Fame, bro.
No, not even Hall of Fame. You're top 5 of all time, in my opinion.
But let's stop it now, though.
Because exactly, you're tarnishing it.
Let's stop it.
The way we're talking about Izzy now, where it's dude, there is no one in the UFC on his level. Anderson was that. Anderson was Izzy before Izzy. That's why that's it's so cool that those two fought, but it was because it really was a passing of the torch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, but I think it's enough.
It's over, dude. Sit down. So,
I'm sure you could probably has many things you could do, but it sounded though that. It sounds like he ain't done though.
Yeah.
He talks about that's all he knows and it's in his blood or whatever, this, that, and the other. So
either way, I hope not. Do you want to move off of UFC because we've been going?
What do you want to talk about?
Do you want to stick quickly? I want to reference this. Did you see we'll stay on fighting for a quick sec. Do you see the Deontay Wilder comments about Tyson Fury?
Yeah,
dude. This man is
and
just
his trainer with the water,
dude. This man is CTE'd out, bro. Fuck, you look like such a clown.
It's fucking weak, man.
For those who don't know, do you want to go?
I don't even know what an egg weight is.
Do you have the actual specifics?
Yeah, he said that
Go for it.
Tyson Fury used egg weights in his glove. Yep. I don't know what that is, and then he also said that his own trainer fucked with his water. Which, why would your own trainer?
He was like, my trainer spiked my water, and he's like, because he told
bullshit,
Fury,
man.
He's like, Fury, you weighted your gloves, and Fury's like, your trainer checked my suit. He's like, yeah, my trainer was in on it. He even spiked my water.
Sounds so weak, bro. Sounds so
dude,
sad. I don't know.
You need to stop.
Yeah, fucking weak as shit, son.
Do you want to give a shout out to Gervonta Davis? Quickly, too?
Knockout of the year.
Dude, that uppercut was so
He had that counter uppercut all fight. And then the way, like, talk about style points, like when you fold like a lawn chair like that, son. Like, wow. And then he was out for a minute.
Oh,
man.
dude.
So yeah, no, that was his first pay-per-view. So yeah, congratulations for sure. He's I would say next big star. Everyone knows he's gonna be the next big star. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. Super exciting fighter, and yeah, good to see.
It's good to see somebody.
Did you see the video of him fucking choking that bitch that like a few months ago?
No.
Picked her up by her throat like Undertaker style.
Jesus Christ!
Did you see that shit?
Held her against the wall.
She was sitting there like and he comes in, he's just like picks her up like this.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah. Obviously got in her shit, but
yeah, no shit.
I'm pretty sure it was him. Maybe allegedly. Let me throw that in there. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was him. Like, yeah,
some arm strength,
but yeah,
bro.
Straight Undertaker style. It's pretty funny. So yeah,
domestic abuse is not funny.
I don't know what he got. I wonder what he got paid for that fight.
A fuck ton. Okay, do you want to go? I want to quickly touch because there's a lot of football talk. I want to quickly give a shout out to Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, broke the record.
He broke Michael Schumacher's record for the most wins in Formula One with 92.
Dope.
There's obviously a lot of comparisons between the two. He got to that amount of wins in a shorter amount of races, a higher win percentage. He's the GOAT. Like 100% he's the GOAT. And he's not even close to being done.
Not signed with Mercedes after this year, though.
Oh, dude, they're re-signing for sure. There's no way. Mercedes just, and this is the other thing, Mercedes just won, after this last race, they won their 7th straight Constructors' Championship. That's the record for the most. Before it was held by Ferrari, was 6. And Lewis is on pace to win this. So there's 2 championships. There's the Constructors, which is the team points, and then individual points. The Drivers' Championship. Lewis is on pace to win the Drivers' Championship, which ties Michael Schumacher's other record of 7. And if he sticks with Mercedes, he then could break it next year. So realistically, I think 100% they're sticking on, because obviously Lewis is going to make it this year, and why wouldn't he stick on to break the record next year?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, yeah, he's not signed yet, so I don't know what's going to happen.
He's going to make a fuck ton of money.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Fuck ton.
Good to be Lewis Hamilton, man.
Yes,
fuck
sir.
Yeah, dog.
So I got to give that quick shout out. It was dope.
Imagine what that guy's garage looks like. Like, he gets one-off Benzes that no one in the world has, bro.
Dude,
like, fuck, man.
Wild shit.
So crazy, dog.
The one team that I wish, like, there's the McLaren drivers. They get their own custom, like, 720s and shit. Wild cars.
Real talk, I didn't like those cars when they came out. Fucking growing on me so much.
Dude, they're my favorite car. They're so sick.
Yeah. I wasn't a big fan when they came out at all, actually.
But
fuck, they're so sick, bro.
I love McLarens. Okay, you want to go? Anything else besides football? You want to go into football? Because there's a lot of football.
Whatever you want to talk about, Doug.
Well, I'm asking you. You got any notes? We've been going off of my shit.
But I got notes for days, man.
I know you do. That's what I'm saying. You got anything you really want to itching to talk about? Something up your ass?
Well, we had the Steelers-Ravens game. That was pretty big.
Yep.
Lamar fucked it up huge. 4 turnovers.
Yeah, bro.
Obviously, that was like the huge game.
He now has a track record of not being able to perform in big games. Obviously, all the KC games.
Yeah, I got notes
Pittsburgh
there
games,
for sure.
like,
yeah. Okay, so just how close the rivalry's been since 2008. That's when John Harbaugh took over.
Yep.
They've met 27 times. Ravens led the series 14-13 coming in.
Yeah.
Teams that combined to win 9 of 12 AFC North titles. Pittsburgh claiming 5, Baltimore 4. Mm-hmm. So coming in this season, Steelers D led the league in pressure rate, and the Ravens were second. And they both blitzed more than anyone else. Baltimore 46%, Pittsburgh 44%. So both attacking defenses.
Yep.
Strap in, get ready, and fucking Steelers could not stop a goddamn nosebleed. Ravens ran all the fuck over them.
It was like 265
crazy,
yards,
bro.
like a crazy amount of yards. Bro.
I thought they're gonna stop the run, force Lamar to throw. That's how they're gonna lose.
Yep.
Right.
No, instead they ran 265.
It was 265 to 48, bro.
And they still lost.
And they lost. 4 turnovers, though. 2 fumbles, 2 picks.
Huge. Oh, that's it. Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
Two, nowadays, in today's NFL,
9 penalties, 2.
Offenses are. If you have 2 turnovers, you'll probably lose the game.
So, total yards. They had 457. Pittsburgh had only 221, bro.
You look at just the box score.
They had 80 plays. Pittsburgh only had 50.
Mm-hmm. You look at the box score and you think, oh, Baltimore blew them out if you didn't look at the actual score. No, not at all.
So, first half, Roethlisberger, brutal.
Yep.
He had completed only 4 passes for 24 yards. They're down 10 at half. Second, he finished 21 for 32 for $182, so he redeems himself in the second half. This is the first time Baltimore's lost when leading by 10 points. And we talked about the 4 turnovers. Steelers were up 4, 28-24. Ravens had that 4th and 3, and Lamar fumbled. Do you remember that play?
Mm-hmm.
Ended up getting the ball back, which you didn't think they were going to get the ball back. And that play was broken up. I believe it was by Fitzpatrick in the end zone. So
yes,
Lamar 13 for 28, 208 yards, 2 picks, and the 2 fumbles, like we said. So in his last 2 games versus Steelers, 7 turnovers. And the 3 games that he's played, last year's playoff game, the Chiefs game this year, and this Steelers game, he has 4 picks and 6 fumbles. So, when it really matters, all the evidence that we have on the guy is he doesn't come through. And I'm not trying to knock him.
No, it's not a knock. It's just facts.
And I don't care if you're what are you now, 26-1 against the rest of the league?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I don't even care about that stat.
Doesn't matter, bro. We've talked about it over and over. The regular season does not matter.
And obviously he owned it, but you kind of fucking have to when you fucking turn it over that many times, right? But
it's fucking tough, bro.
But I thought they didn't have Ingram coming in. They fucking, that left tackle, probably the best in the NFL, signed that huge deal 2 days before. It fucked up his ankle for the rest of the year.
Yep.
He signed that $100 million deal, Stanley. So at least he signed that deal.
Yep.
But still, it was theirs for them to win,
and they straight blew it, bro.
So we'll see what happens. Lamar's just not invincible as we thought he was, and I hear some football guys saying that they were asking the question oh, has the league caught up with Lamar? But they're saying that the league's caught up to Greg Roman, the offensive coordinator.
You think so?
So I think it has partly to do that because they're kind of playing the exact same way they played last year.
Yeah.
You have to evolve and change. Teams' defenses will always catch up to you.
100%.
Just give them time. Yep. You may catch them in the beginning, but they will get you in due time. And I think the good teams, like we see now, KC, I think the Bucks can play with them. Seattle can play with them.
Yep.
So they're still up there for sure. But he's just gonna have to do better.
For me, this is now he had all this talk. I'm not a running back. I'm a quarterback. This is now the time to put up and shut up. Defenses have now figured out your scheme and your OC to the point where they just sit back in coverage, make you throw the ball. And you have to be able to throw the ball.
Last year, he threw a lot of balls that were nice deep balls. I don't see that this year at all, really.
I think it's because defense. Jesus Christ, stroking out over here.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And that's on the coaches though. If it's not working, you got to change this shit up.
100%. And like you just said, defenses have figured out the OC and their scheme, and so they have a better idea of when it's a designed run versus when it's not, so they can sit back in coverage. And so before, defenses were biting on the play fakes. They were biting on these things, so deep shots opened up. And then I feel like those shots just aren't there. It's tighter windows. It's better coverage. And Lamar's actually got to make real NFL throws. And he has shown that he is inconsistent at best with it.
There's a blueprint to beat him for sure.
Exactly. It's exactly.
And it almost be only rush 3, drop 8. Don't even care about rushing them.
Straight up, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But
it'd be the equivalent to letting Danny Green have as much having open threes all day long because he's gonna miss
brick
straight up. You know what I mean? You can sit there and do that with him. Now Lamar can develop his skills and break through, but that's on him. He's got to do it.
Oh, he's super talented. The guy's he's more than capable to.
He's gonna pivot and adjust.
Unanimous MVP last year.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not he's not a bad player, but he's definitely has to be better. Means. The blueprint, like we said, it's out there.
Yep.
The good teams will beat him.
Yep.
So that's
Because that was for me. That was like a hierarchy thing. Like I have for me, there's like the NFL is really interesting this year because for me, there's like 4 or 5 teams that are like clear cut best in the league, but then there's a group of like 10 teams who I'm like, they could be Super Bowl contenders. They might be shit. I have no fucking idea. Like there's a bunch of teams sitting at 5-2 and 4-3, where I'm like, dude, I have no idea what to think of you. So for me, like,
I think the worst 5-2 team, or no, they might be 5-3 now. Like I wasn't sold on the Bears at 5-1.
Oh fuck no, bro.
You know what I mean? They're 5-3 now.
Oh, 100%. So,
Browns 5-3.
And the Rams weren't looking good against the Dolphins. The Dolphins are looking surprisingly good. Like the Raiders are 4-3. They're looking good. Like it's so all over the place this year.
Talk about the Dolphins. Tua.
Yep.
Not the most overwhelming performance.
No.
You gotta win.
You got a W.
So yeah, for sure. Threw a touchdown pass, a 3-yarder, but whatever, you know. This was a fucked up game. If you were to just look at the stats, you would have been like, wow, Miami got destroyed.
Yeah.
Like, bro, 31-8 on first downs.
Yep. Yards gained was a blowout too.
Passing yards 340-90.
Yep.
Rushing 131-55.
Yep.
Time of possession 36 and change to 23 and change.
Yep.
Like
special teams.
Total yards 471-145.
Yeah, that's wild. It was one of those things.
And you lost.
It was it was a blocked punt and then a defensive.
Oh my god! Did you see Goff get murdered on that fucking fumble?
No, I didn't.
Holy fuck!
I heard about this and I meant to pull it up. Let me.
Oh my god! R.I.P. Goff.
What?
Yeah, he got a punt return, a pick. What was that? Pick 6 and a fumble or something. But he got total team effort.
Oh, 100%.
So that was good for the guys that show up for Tua. I don't know if they were like. It wasn't like. I don't think they give the same plays to Tua than they did Fitzpatrick. It didn't look like,
not a chance.
But I got an issue with that kind of like.
Oh, dude, Goff got laid.
Did you see that? Yeah,
bro.
Oh my god, yeah, it was so dope.
Holy shit, it was so dope.
It was.
But yeah, they drove 95 yards and then fumbled it and TD return, like rough.
So he finished 12 of 22 through the air for 93 yards and a touchdown. Finished with a QBR 25. And he said after a game, thank God we have a good defense.
Yeah, no shit, right?
No shit.
I mean, that's the right thing to say in that scenario.
For sure, right? And
he did not look
that
impressive,
defense,
though.
they've allowed the fewest points in the league. So they're super legit.
Oh, dude, you've been big up in Brian Flores for this entire season. That team is really, really well
last
coached.
half of last year, they started brutal. Last half of last year, you could see them really coming around.
Yeah.
And I think they won 4 or 5 now, if I'm not mistaken.
They're 4-3.
The last 4, I think they won the last 4 or 5. I think they.
Won. In a row.
4 out of the last 5, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I think you said 4 or 5. I'm like, dude, they got 4 wins. I don't.
So yeah, I don't know. Like they're definitely on the right track. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're really in a real. I was gonna say something and that doesn't make any sense. I saw an interesting thing and I got to give a shout out to my favorite analyst, Colin Cowherd. I think he just calls things like they are. There's no like rah or trying to be like fluffy. He's just to the point. I fucking love it.
He's not high on Tua at all.
No, he's not high on Tua at all. And he said that the reason the Dolphins haven't, because I think they have the Texans pick this year or something like that. The reasons they dropped Fitzpatrick, who was red hot, was because they wanted to put Tua in for half a season to see can this guy play, and if he can't, then draft a QB this year.
The Josh Rosen.
Yep, exactly. And you look at Arizona, and guess what? Arizona's now 5-2 and doing fucking spectacular.
They hired the coach. They fired the coach. They got the QB. They let go of the QB. They knew when they made a mistake, and they fucking
dealt with it.
They were like, "Fuck it, let's fix this right away."
Exactly.
So kudos to them, and look where it got them.
Exactly.
Fucking Kyler Murray, man, motherfucker.
I've been saying it for so long. When you know something doesn't work, get off it right fucking as soon as you know. Get off of it.
Okay, saying that, what's going on with Daniel Jones?
In my opinion, if you have the ability to draft Trevor Lawrence or top 2 or 3 QB, do it. The one area I will give credit though is in their last 3 games, they lost by 3 points, 2 points, and 1 point.
Yo, that defense is pretty legit.
The Giants have been competitive, and apart from the first game where they got blown out, they have been competitive in every single game.
Yo, they mastered the corners, not turning their head around, but they punched the ball out right at the time when the receiver. Did you see that last night? They did multiple times.
I didn't see it.
And they all, usually if you don't turn your head back, like that's the number one thing. QBs or cornerbacks always got to turn their head around. But these guys fucking didn't, and
just wait.
Right when the receiver got it, they would always punch it out, and it was just like amazing. I was just like, fuck, and for everyone to do it, it was crazy. So your defense looks really good. Bradbury's graded as one of the best corners.
Yep.
I love Logan Ryan's toughness on the other side.
Yep. We also got receivers, bro. We have like a
we don't have
sure. We
Slayton,
don't have a number one.
Ingram, he's got to stop dropping these balls.
So there's a
talent's there though, bro.
Exactly. Like I said, if I said this earlier, where like two turnovers in a game at this point, offenses are so good that if you turn over the ball 2 to 3 times, you are losing football games. If Daniel Jones can go from 2 to 4 turnovers a game down to 1 or 2, they would have
36
won.
turnovers in 20 games.
They'd be 500 right now. Like there's talent at this team.
Here's the thing here now too, like you don't get a grace period anymore. We see how good. Okay, no off season, no OTAs, and Burrow and Herbert. Herbert didn't even know his first game. Fucking got called in the Kansas City game. He's like, "Yo, you're going in." Didn't even know, and he played so good. Right when you saw him in the KC game, you knew you had a franchise QB.
Yep.
Joe Burrow. Right, even though they're losing. Right when you see the tape on Joe Burrow, you're like, this guy is fucking elite.
Unreal. Daniel Jones, you don't have that. You don't see
this is the thing, though. You know this. Move on. But, I mean, there's only so many guys that you can choose. We had this talk earlier.
Well, you can't move off midway through the season. You stick with
No,
them
I'm saying,
for the season.
even at the end, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
There's only really a few guys you can take. It's not guaranteed that the guy's there, even if they're that bad.
Well, this is the argument, right? Is if the Giants go on a hot streak and they turn things around to the second half of the season, you stick with DJ. And
do you know what your schedule is looking like, bro?
No, I don't. I can look it up. And if you don't, then you move off them, and it's that simple.
Fuck, sorry.
It's all good, bro.
Sorry, we were talking about Garoppolo earlier.
Well, let's finish up this Giants thing. Do you know what their schedule is? If not, I can quickly find it. Fucking boomer ass bitch, bro.
How come I can't see your team, man?
New York Giants.
Oh, here we are. NFC least.
Yeah. We play Washington, and then the Eagles, and then the Bengals.
Oh, God. That's so sad. Washington and the Eagles.
Yeah. And then we play the Seahawks, Cardinals, Browns, Ravens. That's rough. We're going to lose those 4 games. And then Cowboys. So, but if we win the Washington, Eagles, Bengals, and the Cowboys game, so if we go 500 for the rest of the season, I think there's an argument to keep DJ. Obviously, if you lose those games, you'd fucking draft somebody.
Yeah, I don't know.
But there's, to be real honest with you, there's a lot to like. We went toe-to-toe with one of the best teams in the NFL, in my opinion.
Do they try and get Winston or Trubisky?
Not Trubisky. I like Winston. We talked about this last year. I think Winston's good enough to be a starter in the NFL.
Like teams that maybe not be bad enough to draft somebody, do you go after one of those 2 guys?
Yeah.
I probably would.
Jameis Winston for
Real
sure.
talk, Chicago should put Trubisky back in. I can't even believe I'm fucking saying that.
I completely disagree.
But, man, Nick Foles, you ain't it, son.
Oh, I know, but still.
But at least Trubisky, you have legs. He'll run. Nick Foles, he can't.
Yeah, but at least Nick Foles can accurately throw a check down pass.
Yeah, but like they were 5-1 when he took over the team. No, what were they?
I think they were 4-1, or maybe 3-1, something like that.
Yeah, he ain't it.
See, but neither of those boys are it. And I think Nick Foles is a better locker room guy than Trubisky.
Surprised, I know because of COVID, there wasn't going to be much at the trade deadline because you got a quarantine and all that. So
there was nothing, bro.
I'm surprised. They were saying Fuller, they wanted a second rounder for Fuller for Green Bay. No way would I give a second rounder for someone who's never plays because of injury.
Mm-hmm.
And for Gilmore, they wanted a first rounder and a player. So, yeah, I get it. I'm super stoked about Seattle getting Dunlap, Harrison, and now Adams coming back. Their defense looked not too bad this past weekend, they actually got a couple sacks too, surprisingly.
Mm-hmm.
But I think having those guys coming back, they're not going to be great, but I think it's going to make a difference. I think they're going to be capable.
Yeah.
So, and like with that offense, you only need a capable.
Yeah, 100%.
You don't need a elite
not at all.
defense, you know, but you can't have the leaky sieve that you got going on right now.
Oh,
so
dude,
I think
bad.
those three guys do make a difference, though.
Oh, huge.
And then you have Bobby Wagner, top 5 linebacker in the league, Pro Bowler every fucking year. Dude, so
Jamal Adams is like, because Pete Carroll is obviously
your best
defensive
going to be Jamal Adams.
Oh, for sure, but he's also going to be your best cover safety too. Like Jamal Adams is so incredibly like, what's the word I'm looking for? You can use him in so many different ways defensively that I think it's going to be a huge, huge thing for him to come back.
I think Dunlap will be a little, even if he doesn't get there, he'll be a disruptor for sure. So I think he has 17 sacks over the last couple of years, so he's not like gonna kill you, but like, no. They got nothing right now.
No, they have nothing.
So I think they had 2 sacks this weekend. Yeah. Shout out DK Metcalf though, killed it again. 12 catches, 161 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
Low key, that guy's becoming my favorite receiver in the league.
Dude, he's hilarious. I think the Soother is the funniest shit.
Yeah.
I think right now the best 3 teams in the league, and you can tell me differently, I think are KC, Seattle, Pittsburgh, in that order. With those guys coming back to Seattle.
I would say KC, Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay, Seattle.
Tampa Bay is my 4th, but those...
Because Tampa Bay's already got it on defense. Like, locked. Like, their corners, Dean and Davis, are sick. Linebackers are sick.
I think when...
The front 7's sick.
I know Tampa Bay's missing some pieces right now, so I think if Tampa Bay comes back up, I think it's a toss-up. Those are your 4... Like, those are your Super Bowl teams, those 4. And I think it's a toss-up.
Those are the elite, for sure.
Yeah, I think that's a toss-up who wins those games. But if I was going to pick one, it's still KC.
Wilson had 4 more TD passes.
Fucking
so with the Seattle D, like we talked about, they've allowed 2,875 yards this season, the most through 6 games in NFL history.
Jesus Christ.
So those guys that we talked about will definitely help.
Yep. Huge.
Oh, quickly, too, you want to talk about these Pats?
Yeah,
Cam fumbling at the end there.
Yeah, man. It's
looking real bad now.
Yeah, I think Belichick. Do you see Belichick made that comment?
We sold out.
But hey, we won 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah,
I'll take that all day long, bro.
I'm surprised he even said that.
I was gonna say
from a guy who never talks.
A huge knock on your current players.
You can't.
But
you can never get 3 words out of this guy. All of a sudden, he's spilling the beans.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is now because the conversation beforehand was like, okay, who is more important, Belichick or Brady? And as of right now, Brady was more important. So I think he's getting a lot of that.
And so what? They lost 4 in a row. That's the worst skid since 2002. Newton finished 15 for 25 for 174 yards.
Sorry, say that again.
15 for 25 for 174 yards.
Hell yeah, bro.
He had 3 picks last week, I think, against the 49ers. Though.
Yep.
So in his last 14 games as a starter, he's 2-12, 11 touchdowns, 17 picks, 20 total turnovers. Since coming back from COVID, 0 touchdowns, 5 picks, 3 fumbles, 1 of them lost, sacked 7 times, 0-3 record.
Dude, I knew it was bad, but I didn't think that bad. That's fucking...
And here's another stat. Bill Belichick coaching with Tom Brady as the starting QB.
Yeah.
224 and 66. With anybody else as a starting QB, 51 and 66. So, but like, I can't put it all on Cam. Receivers are the worst. No, tight ends are the worst.
He has no one's.
So, like, I don't want to put it all on him. He is part of the problem. He's bouncing balls, like, you know, and like I've said, he's never been the accurate guy. Like, that Seattle game was probably his peak of the year. Guys fucking was throwing darts.
Yep.
But yeah, for sure he's got work. I don't know if it's the COVID has something to do with it, but like I don't want to put it all on him.
You got to put some of it on him though, for sure.
Oh, for sure he does. For sure he's the starting QB. You got to put it on him.
No, I agree with you. Yeah.
But like, look, that's why Tom left, because they got nobody.
There's no one, bro.
And Tom's like super accurate QB.
Yeah. If guys are open, Tom will make throws. And Cam has shown that that's not the case.
Since the year 2000, only 5 Patriot wide receivers have had a 1,000-yard season. Only 5 since 2000, bro.
Do you know who they are?
Yeah, Troy Brown, Brandon Cooks, Julian Edelman, Randy Moss, Wes Welker.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to know what the real problem is? Is they fucking suck at drafting. Bill Belichick sucks. Like, let's call it what it is, bro.
Yeah, you're not wrong. For everything that's good about him, he's
a fucking genius, but he sucks at drafting, man. Like, real talk. Who have they gotten anybody in the last fucking 5 years? They haven't had a good first round draft pick since Chandler Jones. They haven't hit on a second rounder since Jimmy G.
It's been a minute.
They haven't drafted nobody. All the year they got N'Keal Harry, all the receivers, Debo, all these other guys they could have had, and they didn't get him. Like, so that's the real problem why you're this bad.
100%.
Let's be real here. Yeah, you sold out for the Super Bowls, but you can't draft a lick. You forgot to say that part, Bill.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
We can talk a lot of shit
whatever.
when you've got 6 Super Bowls.
Yeah, you can't be perfect at everything. But like, that's one of the reasons. That's a huge reason why you guys suck.
I completely agree.
So yeah.
We quickly mentioned Jimmy Garoppolo. You and I were having a conversation today, which I think we should repeat. Jimmy G's injured, ankle injury, and again we were
pretty much done for the year.
Yeah, we were talking about Colin Cowherd because he had the same take of saying that the 49ers should move off of Jimmy G, and both you and I agreed.
Yo, they already tried to move off when they tried to get Tom Brady. So they've already tried. It's no shock that you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I think he's done though.
And I think it's also not a secret that Kyle Shanahan doesn't really believe in him or trust him. Who do you think you pick up?
Well, that's the problem.
Because you're not getting a good draft pick.
Matt Ryan is the key here, but there's so much fucking dead money. But he's Shanahan guy. That makes the most sense. But his contract is super fucked. So I would say him, but I don't know, man.
What about guys like the draft trade deadline's already gone, but what about guys like if the Jets draft someone good, picking up guys like Sam Darnold?
Yeah, okay, Darnold, Trubisky, Winston.
I think for me, fuck Trubisky. I think Darnold and Winston. I think those two are.
I would take Darnold. I think number one.
But I think those two are real candidates to take and real.
And the thing is,
there's one other guy. Hold on.
You don't need an elite QB in that system. Shanahan's going to make you look so fucking good. The guy's a genius.
Exactly. But there's one other guy. Who's one other guy that was supposed to play that got sat? Tyrod Taylor. He's healthy now, right? That's another option at least you could look at.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. I'm not a fan of him at all. Like, no diss, but he's a good backup for sure. I wouldn't want him my starting QB. But I don't know. Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. Also, too, the Chargers, they blew their fourth game.
Looking like the Atlanta Falcons, bro.
17 points or more, or 16 points.
The last 4 games.
Yeah, 16 plus points or more.
And they've blown those leads. Fucking
wild. Teams who are leading by 17 or more. The Chargers are 0-3. All other teams are 52-4. So, and here's the thing.
It's tough.
They're really bad, but we know Herbert's fucking gold.
Oh, dude, unreal.
You know what I'm saying? So, Anthony Lynn probably getting fired.
For sure.
Which is shitty. But yeah, I don't know. Feel kind of bad for them, but yo, Herbert's the real deal. That kid's so fun.
Oh, dude,
to watch,
he's so sick. So sick.
And yo, shout out Drew Lock. I don't think
that little
QB,
that little 2-step dance.
But that comeback, yo, like shout out Drew Lock. That comeback was legit, man. So yeah, no, that was
super entertaining game.
Yeah, it wasn't actually bad. So.
Anything else you want to talk about, sports wise?
Oh, Antonio Brown's on the Bucks now.
Yes, thank you. I wanted to mention that too.
Thought he was gonna be in Seattle. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah. Well, him and Russell were throwing in the offseason. There's videos of them throwing and shit.
I didn't know
July
that.
And shit. Oh yeah.
Okay.
And Russell actively campaigning for him.
Okay.
And then I read a report that the Seahawks may have leaked interest in Antonio Brown in hopes of another team picking him up so they wouldn't have to deal with him.
Oh.
That's some fucking
because
psychological
Russell
shit.
wanted him
Pete
there,
Carroll
but
right
no one
there,
else
son.
doesn't. That's
well, no,
hilarious.
I think that's Pete Carroll and didn't want to deal with him.
Yeah,
no, Russell wanted him.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
like we're gonna put it out there. Oh shit, sorry, Russ.
Yeah, exactly.
Couldn't get him. Somebody else got him.
Exactly.
That's some G
That's
shit.
some like playing chess.
Yeah,
playing checkers type shit.
Real shit, dog. So, 7-time Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
Eligible to come back next game. This is going to be the 4th team of his career. So the 2010 6th-round draft pick spent the first 9 years with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, Arians. Okay, this is what kills me. Arians was his coach in Pittsburgh, right?
Yep.
6 months ago, no fucking way he's on my team.
Yep.
Pretty much saying.
Yep.
He's a diva, this, that, and the other. All of a sudden, Tom Brady got him on the Patriots last year. He was campaigning for this year. All of a sudden, he's on the team. Yeah. And then Bruce Arians comes out and is like, oh, Tom had nothing to do with this. Get the fuck out of here.
Shut the fuck up.
Don't fucking lie to my face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, whatever. It is what it is. I just find it funny how, he was so adamant that he wasn't going to be on the team. And I get why. He said it, quote, he wasn't a fit in the locker room.
Yep.
Which, yeah, he wasn't. Filming his coaches. Remember that shit
Just
with
doing
Mike
wiener
Tomlin?
shit.
Yeah, he's doing fucking stupid shit.
Just
so,
wiener shit, bro. Do you think he's
and then remember he was traded to the Raiders. He had the frostbite on the toe. Then the helmet issue.
I can't wear this helmet, yeah.
This fucking... and then right when the Patriots plays one game, and then all that shit blew up, he was done.
So do you think he actually plays a game?
Oh, I think he's on his best behavior.
You think so?
Fuck yeah. I think it's going to be so sick. I think he comes back and just lights it up. I'm not joking. That guy's route running. Fuck me, bro.
Okay.
Probably the best I've ever seen in my life.
Okay. You think about this. You're a defensive coordinator. You're playing the Bucs this week. You have to go up against
Evans, Godwin, Brown, and Gronk. And Ronald Jones and Fournette.
Dude. How in the absolute fuck? So unbelievably, the amount of weapons that Tom Brady has.
Evans doesn't care if he only catches one ball game, which is crazy.
Holy shit, bro. That team is so stacked on offense. It's fucking
it's unfair.
Wild, bro.
So, Brown has caught 841 passes for 11,263 yards, 75 touchdowns.
Arguably, before all this drama, he was on pace to become one of the best receivers of all time, stats-wise.
Oh, that guy... Yeah, it's sad that he's a fucking cancer. Mm-hmm. But, probably one of the best receivers, hands down. Not even, no joke about it.
Right up there with Randy Moss and all those guys, stats-wise.
The guy's crazy. Unguardable. So, a few of those guys are going to be wide open every game. It's going to be pretty disgusting.
The one thing I think, because like we were saying, every single one of those people that we just listed could be number one receivers on options on any team. They're all that good.
Yeah, there's only one football to go around. You wonder if in due time, does that wear on some of these guys? Because you get paid off performances. It's cool to say, yeah, it doesn't matter if I don't catch balls. But when your contract's up and you only caught a third of the balls, how much you think you getting paid, bro? You ain't getting the $100 million Amari Cooper deal.
I think you talk to those guys next year or the year after that. We'll have those conversations. I think this year, they're all thinking Super Bowl. I think this year it does not.
It sounds good for sure. I get it,
matter,
but
bro.
When it affects everybody's pocketbook, Gronk don't care because he's done. Godwin, Evans, they care.
They just want
Brown wants the numbers to get his next contract. So does that be an issue? That's the only
in
thing.
The future. Yes, I don't think this year though.
OBJ.
I think he gets traded from Cleveland.
Yeah, he done.
Yeah, I think that's over. It never worked.
He has to fucking hurt himself on a Baker Mayfield goddamn interception. Baker fucking Mayfield basically tore OBJ's Achilles.
Let's go with that.
Motherfucker.
Let's go with that for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Goddamn Baker. But it is what it is. Here's the thing. Everyone's like, oh, Baker felt pressure to throw to OBJ. OBJ was nothing. He wasn't a cancer in the room. He wasn't bitching about not getting balls.
Nope.
None of that.
He did pull that wiener shit where he took his shoes off with 6 minutes left in the game last week, but apart from that, he's been on good behavior.
Obviously, him and Baker never meshed.
Not at all.
And that's whatever. That's fine.
So move off of him, like we've just talked
about.
Move
off of him. Here, the one thing that might get overlooked, though, is everyone talks about OBJ in the passing game. and him drawing maybe the extra coverage.
Yep.
Freeing up other shit. But it's Dan Orlovsky pointed out the impact on the running game is significant. So with OBJ on the field, they average 5.2 yards a carry. With him off the field, it's 3.9. Now that doesn't sound much, but that's the difference between ranking 2nd and 26th.
Yeah, it's a huge difference.
So, this may have a bigger impact than people think if don't look at it from that kind of angle.
I really genuinely believe that OBJ, Jarvis Landry is a good receiver. He's a shitty number 1 option and a fucking unbelievable number 2, in my opinion. And I think he's benefited the most from OBJ being there because he's been able to play number 2 while OBJ has been getting double coveraged. It'll be interesting to see what it looks like going forward and if the Browns offense, because it's already sputtered a little bit but looked pretty solid. I think OBJ not being there is a big hit just because it means that teams can double up on Jarvis Landry. Or even just straight up keep playing man with them and focus more on the run.
Well, they got, who is it now? Higgins that Baker seems to have good chemistry with.
Yep. They
got Hooper. Maybe he catches. He definitely. That's who I want Seattle to get. But he'll definitely catch more balls now. Yep. I think. I don't know. Just don't let Baker pass the ball. He can only pass it like 15 times a game, Kirk Cousins style, and that's how they win.
Mm-hmm.
Their running game's ridiculous, bro.
If we're talking running game and you mentioned Kirk Cousins, we got to give a shout out to Dalvin Cook.
Bro.
We have to.
Best back in the league, son.
Yeah, dude, it was sick to watch, actually. Like, some of the highlights are fucking unbelievable from that game. He's so nasty.
Yeah, those holes were so huge, though. Green Bay's run D was pretty brutal.
Dude, brutal. It was, we 100% know you're about to run this play, and there is nothing we can do about it for 3 hours.
And, Kirk Cousins totally got his stats padded with that screen for Cook for like 50-yarder.
Yeah.
His numbers would look way super garbage, but lucky for me, I'm stuck with him another year. God damn it.
So, unfortunately.
Yeah. All right. You want to wrap it up?
Yeah, we're at 2:06. So, in case you missed it last episode, and I guess we didn't really announce it at the beginning of this one. I don't think we need to announce it, but we are moving to 2 episodes a week. We're going to be doing a sports one that gets released first, usually on Wednesdays, and then a random whatever the fuck we want to talk about, mostly news edition on Friday. So we will see you guys on Friday.
Peace.